I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just I'm saying like his voice. Okay, hello everyone. Forgive my hair situation right now. It's kind of fucked, but it doesn't matter. Because the only thing that matters today is the artist more than anything that I'm going to be reacting to for the first time ever, and I'm really excited to check out Eve. Eve has been very highly requested throughout multiple videos, and you know I've done a lot of Miyashite Yu, as you guys have probably noticed. I mean, I fucking love that guy, dude. He's fucking, oh my god. Kiko is also fucking great. If you want to go super deep, super dark, we'll get back to Kiko. Don't worry. And we will definitely go back to Miyashite Yu. There's a song in particular by Miyashite Yu that we need to check out. But today is Eve's day. Also a little nervous to apply my blueprint that I've been keeping up until this point with Miyashite Yu, you know, where I first watch without subtitles so that I fully appreciate the visuals and the vocals. Second playthrough with subtitles so I can do my best to gather my own thoughts from the video. And then lastly, look at somebody else's theory post. I hope it all flows just as nicely with Eve. Also, one more thing I wanted to say is that please make sure to follow me on my Instagram or Twitter just to see. I mean, honestly, I feel like Instagram and Twitter are a lot more friendly when it comes to interacting. YouTube communities is fine, don't worry, like you guys see me, like I'm in there, I'm talking to you guys, but I feel like through Instagram and Twitter, it's just, we get to see a side of each other that we don't usually see, like whether that be with your interests, like, you know, like me, I'm sure you already know I'm into Persona, I'm into Nier Automata, video games like that, and I'd like to see what you guys are interested in, and I'm sure on Instagram and Twitter I can see, I don't know, we can just connect in different ways so we all feel more tight-knit as a group. And also it serves as a really good way for me to keep you guys updated on what exactly I'm doing, like, you know, what videos I'm working on, what ideas I have for future videos, things like that, so yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna shut up. Boom. Alright. Pure instrumentals right now. Oh shit. Okay. I really like the it's very sketchbooky, yeah, the art style so far. I really like his voice. I don't know, his voice sounds very organic. Yeah, I just had to mention that. It's very catchy. I like the flow of it so far. He's wearing a mask, so I'm sure. Oh, a little bit of choreography going on. He has such a soothing voice. He's very beautiful. Ooh. Oh, the name. Dramaturgy. Yeah, there's some inner demons definitely in play right now. Like internal struggle, I think. Here comes the chorus again. The best way I can describe his voice is very soothing. Like, I don't know. It's really, really nice. Like I'm saying, it's like, I don't know, his voice is just so fresh to me. I don't know, man, it sounds weird. God, I'm so shit at articulating my thoughts, but like, I'm really enjoying the vibe that he's giving off in his voice, and hell, even the choreography that's going on with the characters in this. I want to dance with him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just I'm saying, like, I know his voice. It's not like on a hype level that I've seen like Miyashita-Yu. Like, if Miyashita-Yu's like, you know, half screaming, half singing voice makes you feel what he's feeling in terms of perhaps frustration and anger, Eve right now is doing that as well, but on a different wavelength of it's loud, right? He picks it up, but he's also it's smooth and it's almost sad in a way. Very beautiful. Like, I feel like every time, like, I just had goosebumps right there, and a part of me was like almost wanting to tear up. I was like, oh my god, like. Whoa. I love the choreography. Oh, there he goes, picking up again. The notes he's hitting, combined with how the instruments kind of silenced themselves right there to really highlight his voice, it struck a chord in me that I very much enjoy getting struck at. Like, I don't know what, like, even in the shows I watch, I guess I'll just reveal this now. My favorite genre of entertainment in general has to do like when somebody or something, a piece of work, can like touch your heart in a certain way. And his notes, even though I have yet to listen to this with the English subtitles, his like it's almost very Alright, so they're taking off masks. What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, did he take off his real face and put on a mask? I don't know. Oh, was it a bad ending? Was this a bad ending? What the fuck? Okay, so initial thoughts. Just concerning his voice, I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing to me. It's so nice. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not like, bro, this is like so lit, holy shit, yeah. It's honestly, it falls into my favorite genre of music, which is, it's not necessarily that it makes you feel sad, but it's like, it sounds very sentimental. Like, you really, really feel his feelings. Man, I'm having a hard time. What is it with this guy, dude? he's fucking up my brain. It's not like from a place of anger, like a dash of regret in there. Maybe perhaps wanting to change his ways and from something, because he's wearing a mask. And masks were prevalent in this, and as we all know, masks, they're one of the most symbolic uses of symbolism in music videos, or not even just in music videos, in entertainment as a whole, in movies, stories and whatnot. They can represent duality, they can represent hidden emotions, suppression of emotions and true feelings. There's a bit of that going on, like he's changing himself for the status quo, and at least just from the way his voice sounded, it seems that he really hates this way of living, that it's very depressing. I could be completely wrong, especially since I haven't seen the subtitles yet. But, god damn, like his voice. That's all I can say, really. I'm already super glad that I'm watching him. I'm reacting to his videos now because, wow. Let's head straight into the watch through with the subtitles, because I'm very, very eager to see what the true story is to this music video. I love how it starts too. The guitar, man. The guitar. If only I hadn't figured it out. Laugh at myself while I stumble around. Just can't understand loneliness or love, so I threw away this human form of mine. But I'll never throw away the line-filled proof that I'm still alive. I'm trapped, suffocating on this tiny stage. By the last act, I realize I want to get away. Every single one of us was performing towards the end credits we're all running. Hey everyone, time to act our hearts out now that there's nobody watching us. Ah, okay. There's no such thing as me now. Hard as you look, nowhere to be found. I can't remember a single role I was suited for. Man, I was right about this being sad. I didn't want to be right. Come on everyone, let's tear into each other. It's overtime, throw in the towel. Mayday. Etiquette out the window. So they're kind of like, he's talking about like just letting loose, just like, fucking nobody's around watching us. Let's be our true selves. So yeah. Anyways, right here it says, our words piss away love and hate. You've been hoping to get something dramatic out of this storyline. Yeah, aren't we all? Yes, you two, suck in the oxygen. The baton's right there. Headshot through these noisy thoughts. Shoot out that beating heart. Tug on the line you can't see, and the man behind the curtain appears. Also, is that what this kind of like dark-ish figure represents? In like different situations of life, there's like always somebody kind of behind our curtain, behind the curtain of our play, which is our life. Metaphors, people, metaphors. There's always somebody behind the curtain of our play, pulling the strings and, kind of dictating how we behave. What do those eyes capture? Some more acoustic freestyle. We break the moment that we're touched. Wrong about everything, we close our mouths. As people, especially nowadays with, societal pressure and, the pressure we feel from peers. Anything that I would have to say concerning a topic that we were talking about in class where, the teacher was encouraging us to speak our thoughts and ideas out to the class, I would always be quiet because I was just like, God, my thoughts aren't valuable, I'm probably wrong anyways. So why bother opening my mouth? And yeah, from this line anyway, that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Like nobody wants to stick out or let it be known to the world how you think as a person, as an individual. All of us used to be so innocent, but then somehow we were asshole. All of us used to be so innocent, but then somehow we were typecast as monsters. If we can't acknowledge all that's happened, how will we ever move forward? This line right here resonates with me so much because I wish in the past I could have the courage to tell people this exact line right here. Like, if you can't acknowledge what's happened, how can anyone ever expect to grow as a human being? Sorry if this is like kind of a tangent. It might not be a tangent. It might be completely relevant to this music video, but people love to ignore what has happened in the past. People don't like to accept or refuse to see things as they are, to be able to move forward first takes you accepting what you've done or what has happened. And some people are just so stubborn, people in my life. I hope you guys can relate to this, but some people are just so stubborn. They never want to accept that they have fucked up in the past. So as a result of that, they stay stagnant. They don't grow. Let's be fair, it's not like you could ever make it. I really don't know why you even bothered trying. That mask is scary, holy shit. And then I found myself standing in the outfield. I'd blown past all the nameless riffraff to get here. Everybody's desperately waiting for the hand that will reach out to save them. That is so true and sad. Like, I'm gonna speak for myself here, but honestly, a lot of the times I do wish that somebody else with the courage that I don't have, the courage that I lack, I wish that somebody would just come into my life and just like save me, just take me on like some kind of journey or whatever to change up the life that I have. And I think we should all strive to actually be that person for not only other people but for ourselves. Like, don't be somebody waiting to be saved, is what I'm saying. I don't want to think about it. I'd much rather play the idiot. I can't remember a single role I was suited for. And here I am, I'm on the front lines, the flag dancing raised up high, against the wall with fellow soldiers. We don't need words to understand each other. A story should be filled with all kinds of dramatic twists and turns. Yeah, life would be pretty boring if there was no twists or turns, if everything was just like straight linear. Yes, you two suck in the oxygen. Let's make our vows anew. I've only got one chance this time. I'll bet it all on this moment. The climax is nearly here. My sweaty hand tight like a vice grip. Alone I cry aloud. The truth's hid away and it can't be found. Those ridicules don't have a place to call home. I try to remember, but no emotions come out. Why am I crying when I don't have a reason to? Ooh. I can't feel the warmth of the weather or mankind. I can't help but steer clear of their helping hands. Love keeps on oozing out of the open hole inside my chest. An eye peers in at me as I feel I'm about to die. You appear before those who've given up, always with that sneering face of yours. I wonder how I must look to someone like you. I take a deep breath. Now I'm ready. Come on, I can't remember a single role I was suited for. It's almost like this guy is acting as the savior. Or at least the model figure. Not this guy, but the protagonist. In that line he said something about like you appear before the people, other people who've given up. You know, they've succumbed to the status quo and they're just going ahead living their lives in accordance to some other person's idea of what their life should be, and they're just marching along to their death. He's appearing before them with that like sneer face. Once again, I'm not sure if what we're referring to right now is this guy right here or our protagonist, but regardless of who we're referring to in this almost like savior type role, it's like they're talking about this person doing things the right way, you know, living life the way you want to. It's overtime. Throw in the towel. Okay, it's repeating. God, man. The timing of me watching this music video is it's a little funny to me because it's very similar to literally the last music video I reacted to, which was Miyashita Yu's cover of Bitter Choco Decoration, which I think dove into a subject that this is also diving into. I mean, obviously this one uses symbolism in a much different way than Bitter Choco Decoration, because in this one there's a heavy emphasis on the wearing of masks. And this one also seems a lot more direct in its message. than bitter chocolate decoration. And even like the lines of the lyrics seem to be directed at you, literally you, and just people in society as a whole. For example, that one line saying like, hey, nobody's watching now, we can be our true selves. But then when people are around and we're quote unquote on stage, meaning we're in front of people, we're out in the real world, we're in school, we're at our job or whatever, we act in this play that is life in accordance to other people's scripts. There's always somebody behind your curtain pulling the strings situationally. So for example, when you go to work, it's your boss pulling the strings of your play. So you're behaving to please them, putting on a fake smile, laughing at everything they say. Or maybe if you're at school, then maybe the teacher's the one would be the person pulling the strings. When you're at home, it could be your parents pulling your strings, like you feel like you have to please them, do things that are expected of you. And then the only times you are really ever yourself is behind closed doors, or maybe when you're with your friends, and then that's when that line comes in like, hey, nobody's around, we can be ourselves finally. And this music video really put this part into perspective, and it's very, very fucking sad. It's just, when you go outside, almost everybody is fake. I feel like nobody in the outside world very rarely is like their true self. Like literally go to your like your near grocery store or whatever and look around, and I'm pretty sure it's not that hard to just imagine everybody around you wearing masks. And you'll see that it's not that crazy. Like this is gonna be like, you know what, this actually kind of makes sense. And hell, if you saw me out in public, like when I had a job in a retail store, I was exactly like this in a bad way. I would be going around, folding clothes and whatnot, helping people. If you would look at me closely, like on the job, if a customer was being like really nice to me or wanting to be quote unquote nice to me and make a joke that I didn't really find funny at all, I would laugh at it like with a really big smile. And the second that the conversation would be over and the customer would let me go back to doing my job, you'd see my smile instantly disappear. That smile being my temporary mask I put on for that person to make sure that I didn't get any complaints. I would only do that because it was expected of me, for the sake of pleasing not only the customer, but the person at work behind the scenes pulling the strings of my play, my boss. And that's sad. It's sad that we as a collective society feel the need to live that way. Because as he said in one line, I forgot exactly what it said, but it said something along the lines of, we're wearing these masks and we're marching to the end of our play, to our death at some point. So I mean, if the end destination is the same, death, we're all gonna die, why have every step leading up to that ending? Why would you have all that big ass part being your life? Why have that entire part be spent behaving in a way that isn't you? Whether that be hiding your interests, your opinions, your beliefs, your personality that may or may not be deemed quote unquote normal by the majority of people. Like, why bother? Just say fuck it and take off the mask, persona style, and be you. So let me see if I can find a theory post anywhere online, whether that be another website or a comment. Okay, so I found the most well-received comment of a theory as to what this music video is trying to convey. It's by this person right here, 3 weeks ago, so it's pretty recent. Maybe the message in this song is as simple as, the life that is lived only to fulfill one's concepts and criteria, a script, is a sad life. We need to get out of anyone's concept, from any script, and go through life our own way without having to act as anyone. Sorry if my grammar is weird. I noticed literally nothing wrong with your grammar. I'm not sure why you're apologizing. And then I also wanted to briefly mention this comment by Julie Hasegawa. I mean, it's pretty long, so they put effort into it, so I figured I'd give them some of the limelight. I believe you're right about that. When you open your eyes, you notice that the people around you aren't as happy as they pretend to be. Exactly what we were kind of getting into a couple minutes ago. They lie to themselves, pretend to be someone else just to fulfill everyone's expectations of them. It can be difficult to free yourself from the script, as you said. for there's a lot of pressure when it comes to being different. I think it said that in the song, something about being ridiculed. Those who are ridiculed are cast aside or something like that. That's also what discourages you from being yourself, is because the pressure to conform to norms is really great. So that's why you can't even really blame people for conforming to norms, because the potential consequences for really being yourself can be daunting. Like being made fun of, being ridiculed, the potential to maybe lose friends because you are deemed different, and different is deemed bad, usually. Even when you get the courage to be yourself, it can be lonely. It can be lonely for a while until you find people who are just like you, in that, not that they necessarily have to be into exactly the same things as you, but people who aren't afraid to stand out, people that aren't afraid to be judged. Those are the people that then make life worth pushing through. You see, as you know, there's a lot of pressure when it comes to being different. You can often be bullied for that. Perhaps people have resentment because they know deep down that they aren't happy, but they're not ready to take off their masks yet. That is another really, really good point. People who usually bully are people who deep down are envious of you. If you were ever bullied in elementary school because you were into, I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Digimon or whatever it is, that you might have been bullied for, chances are that the bully was someone who deep down was probably like jealous or envious of you because they thought you were cool, actually, right? It's stupid, but it's reality. I think that's it. I'm really, really grateful for this suggestion from you guys. I really do feel like I'm going to enjoy reacting to more of Eve's music videos, because I'm telling you, I really love his voice. This is very, very organic. I really appreciate that. The music with the guitars. That's it. I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Bye.
知らないことはないよ神様の腕での